Alright, let's get to it. So the number one squad, we got Going Green, John Fitzsimmons. And Going Green, there was one player in particular that made me make this choice. A player that is just lighting up defenses and scoring tons of points for both his own team and for Going Green. One Andrew Luck. So with the Indianapolis Colts, they are just putting up points in bunches, leading the division, first place, much like Going Green. And with another striking similarity with Andrew Luck, he's a young buck. He's new. He's trying to hang with those Bradys and Peytons and show that he can hang. And John Fitzsimmons, he's a rookie. Lest we forget, just mere months ago, he had a trash heap of a team that he inherited and turned it into a number one squad. So, Indianapolis Colts, Going Green. Very fitting. Alright, next up, we got Marshawn Lynchpin. Number two squad, Ben Weeks. And with Marshawn Lynchpin, there was one thing in particular that made me pick this team. I wanted to go with a high-powered attack. Lots of points. And a team that's been on a roll recently. And one that, for both teams, Eddie Lacy is the answer. The Green Bay Packers for Marshawn Lynchpin. Yeah, just a great squad that when they get the ball, you expect them to score. And Marshawn Lynchpin, you expect those points in bunches. And Eddie Lacy, I've been talking about him all year. All year. Eddie Lacy, I've thought, is the guy, the make or break player. Turns out it's make. Turns out Eddie Lacy is the truth. So, well done for Marshawn Lynchpin in that number two spot in the league. Alright, number three. This was one of my favorites to come up with because for Gimme the Loot, he is an enigma. John Fornecker, I can't put a finger on it. It's just like you look at the roster, it's confusing how the team is so good. He plugs in random guys. You know, his starting lineup is half waiver wire people, but they get points and they get the wins. And also, no one can seem to score on him. Much like those Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals, when you think of the NFC West, you think Seattle Seahawks. You think San Francisco 49ers. You don't think the Cardinals are swooping in with all those wins, but they're doing work. And it doesn't matter who they plug in, Carson Palmer, Drew Stanton, doesn't matter. They keep winning games 13-11 and sneaking out of places with wins. And they're in first. So give me the loot. Arizona Cardinals is too perfect. Alright, next up, we got Philadelphia of yours truly. And I did this part because of my team name, part just because I love them and wanted it that way. The Eagles. Good call. Both teams, very solid squad, some high-powered offenses. You know, Chip Kelly likes to score those points. But one similarity between these two teams is that the Eagles have left some wins on the table. They should have beat the Cardinals and the 49ers on the road. They had those games in the bag. And Philadelphia, he is number one in the league in points. Number one, but sadly, just didn't translate into number one in wins. And he's now the 4th seed in the playoffs. So, very similar to the Eagles. And Philadelphia has LaShawn McCoy. Had Nick Foles before he broke a bunch of bones. And with LaShawn McCoy, I did give up way too much to get him. I can't believe I traded Aaron Rodgers. That still haunts me. I miss him every day. But Philadelphia still has a very solid squad and is going to be putting up points in the playoffs for sure.